What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about silver and also a little bit of gold, a little bit of a stacking strategy update, along with a Federal Reserve update, something you want to keep your eyes peeled for, along with 3 key dates you want to pay very, very, very close attention to. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. And of course, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer 1 friend and they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. And if you refer 2 friends, by the end of the month, they're going to give you either a free share of StarBucks, Apple, or Google, which is all valued between about $75 and $2,300. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Tuesday, May 3rd, 2022. The current spot price of silver, as I'm filming the video, is $22.75. It's up 16 cents, or up 0.71% today so far. Decent green day for the beautiful white metal. Spot price of gold is $18.70.90. It's up $7.50, or up 0.4%. A mild green day for the beautiful yellow metal. And of course, the gold to silver ratio is in the 82-to-1 range. But of course, that's as I'm filming the video at like 10 o'clock in the morning, not as I'm editing, posting, or as you're watching. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. All right, so today I obviously wanted to talk about silver and gold. I wanted to update the stacking strategy, or should I say, pretty soon update the stacking strategy. And what we have on screen right here, we have some generic rounds up there at the top. We have a Buffalo round, a Texas round, a Florida round, a Sunshine round, a Peace Dollar round, and a Scales of Justice round. We have a 5-ounce Aztec calendar. We have the beautiful American flag bar, my favorite metal and my favorite country, the best country in the world. We have a Westminster bar, we have a Sunshine bar, and then we have some 90% junk constitutional silver quarters down there at the bottom. But before we can even get into the money, I think we need to first talk about the currency. So there are a couple of key dates you're going to want to remember, so you might want to write these down and pay very close attention. The first one is May 3rd, aka today. Today, the job openings report will be released. By the time this video gets posted, it will have already been released, but as I'm filming it, I have not gotten a chance to view it, but you definitely should after watching this video. I bring up the job openings report because we're expecting over 11 million job openings, but if the report shows that job openings have drastically fallen, that would mean businesses are hiring less people, which could indicate that we're getting even closer to a technical recession. The next date is May 4th, aka tomorrow. This is when the Federal Reserve will be meeting to raise rates again. As I'm sure we're all aware at this point, the bond buying taper had come to an end and rates started getting hiked up a few weeks back. It started with a 0.25% increase. This time we're expecting a 0.5% increase. That's the most likely scenario right now, but the Federal Reserve will be meeting again in June to raise rates even higher, and if the strategy remains the same, we should see a 0.75% increase, considering the game plan is 25 basis point hikes. But depending on the next inflation report, there is a chance that the June Federal Reserve meeting could result in a 1% increase as a method to combat inflation if inflation continues climbing up higher and higher and higher. And if the Federal Reserve, by the way, is forced to alter the game plan, it would catch a lot of people off guard because the Federal Reserve would be doing something that was not predicted, not what people were expecting them to do. and this would result in a rug pull. So if you're in the stock market, pay very close attention to that, because remember, fear, uncertainty, and doubt often lead to some big buying opportunities. And really quick, before we move on to the last important date that I wanted to talk about, and then of course silver and gold, since we're already talking about stocks, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Deposit any amount, even a penny, and it still counts. You still get your free stocks. And normally it's 2, by the way. They bumped it up to 5 till May 16th, so you have less than 2 weeks to do that. Capitalize on that while you can. If you refer 1 friend to the app by May 11th, you have 1 week left to do this. They're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget, by the way. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. And you could do this 10 times, by the way. If you refer 10 friends by May 11th, they're going to give you 100 free random stocks. And then, of course, the final promo they have, you have the entire month of May to do this. Refer just 2 friends. That's it. 2 people that you know. And Webull's going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, a free share of Apple, or a free share of Google. Starbucks right now is trading for about $75. Apple's trading for about $155, and Google's trading for about $2,200-$2,300. So that's completely random, but what's cool about it is whatever you get, you win either way. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. And then, of course, the final date that I wanted to talk about, May 11th. This is the scheduled release of the latest CPI report to see what inflation looked like throughout the month of April. So far this year, we have learned that in January, December's inflation was 7%. We learned in February that January's inflation was 7.5%. We learned in March that February's inflation was 7.9%. And we learned in April that March's inflation was 8.5%. Although core inflation is beginning to inflect down, food and energy have been so dramatically on the rise that it's causing the entire monthly inflation headline number to just keep on climbing. Food and energy have been on the rise so drastically that it's just pulling everything up, or at least appearing to do so. So we'll find out more about that upon the release of the next report. But those are 3 key dates you're going to want to write down. You're going to want to pay very close attention today. You're going to want to go and check out the job openings report. You're going to want to make sure that tomorrow you're paying very close attention to what the Federal Reserve is doing. And then, of course, next week, we're going to be finding out what April inflation looked like. I'm not very excited about that, but we need to pay attention. So those are just a couple of important dates that I think we should keep our eyes peeled for. But now, moving away from all of that, I wanted to get back into the silver and the gold. It seems like I talk about this particular topic on a monthly basis, but I wanted to bring it back up since we were talking about inflation today. I wanted to talk about inflating how much you're stacking, or, by the way, inflating how much you're investing. It really depends on what your mission is right now, if you're in financial offense mode or if you're in financial defense mode. Whichever is your priority at the moment, you might want to take into consideration inflating how much you're stacking or how much you're investing by whatever the latest inflation report says. That's what I think is not really a half bad idea. Now, I don't have it really down to an exact perfect science. I haven't picked up 8.5% more silver this month because the latest report said 8.5%, but I did try to increase it to the best of my ability, and it's something that, in my opinion, actually makes sense. And what's funny about that is I originally said it as a joke, and I ran with the joke for a little while, and the more I would make the joke, the more I realized, hey, you know what? That's actually not as funny as I thought it was. It's actually potentially a pretty good idea. Inflating the stack, inflating how much silver or how much gold you are acquiring, and just basing it on whatever inflation's doing. Seems like a pretty good idea, in my opinion and from my perspective. I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, what do I know? But that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe not by that exact number, like I said before, but I'm trying to inflate how much I'm stacking to the best of my ability. If I'm playing financial defense mode, that is, and if you're playing financial offense mode, you might want to increase how much you're investing, depending on how you're investing, by the way, and also depending on what you're investing in. If you're in the Precious Metals VIP Club, every single Wednesday night we go live for hours and hours on end, and we talk about these different strategies, and we figure out who's playing offense and who's playing defense and what the best game plan is right now, and set yourself up for the best chance of success, and hopefully work for the most satisfying win at the end of the day when the dust settles. So if you want to join the Precious Metals VIP Club, that link will be in the description. But when it comes to inflating the stack or inflating how much silver or how much gold you're stacking, you could do this in a couple of different ways. I mean, you can focus on how many dollars you're putting in. For example, if you were planning on putting, I don't know, $400 into silver this month, you might want to take into consideration inflating that by 8.5%. So rather than putting $400 into silver, I don't know, maybe try to get a little bit closer to $434 and put that in. Just as an example, just using some arbitrary numbers over here. That's just the point I wanted to get across. Inflating how much you're stacking, fighting inflation with inflation. Hey, if everything else is on the rise, maybe the stack should be on the rise as well. That's just the way I see it. And once again, if you're investing, same exact identical thing applies. Or you can go about it by however many troy ounces of silver you're going after. If you were planning on picking up, I don't know, let's just say 25 ounces of silver this month, just as an example. 25 ounces of silver, if you want to inflate that by about 8.5%, so you can round it down if you want, keep it at 27. If you were planning on picking up 25, get an extra 2 troy ounces. Or round it up, get an extra 3 troy ounces if that's what you want. That's what I'm talking about. And again, you don't have to go by the exact number. That's just for reference. That's just the number that we're working with here. You don't have to go after 2 or 3 or whatever. You can go after 5 extra troy ounces of silver. You can go after 1 extra troy ounce of silver. You can do whatever you want. All I'm talking about is fighting inflation with inflation. If everything else is on the rise, I don't see any reason in the world that we shouldn't take the initiative and cause the stack to be on the rise as well, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit more about some of the pieces of silver that I have on screen right here. More specifically, I wanted to point out some of those generic rounds up there at the top. Those are a couple pieces of silver that I don't ordinarily have on display. We all know the Washington quarters, we all know the Aztec calendar round and the Sunshine round and the Sunshine bar, the Westminster bar, and I don't think anybody can get tired of the American flag bar. This is 2 incredible things in one. It's my favorite precious metal, and it's also my favorite flag. It's the flag of the greatest country on the planet, so that's why I like it so much. 2 birds with 1 stone. I love this thing. But anyway, I wanted to talk more about the generic silver rounds that we have up there at the top. And I'm going to go from right to left. So over there we have a buffalo round, and pretty standard, 1 troy ounce, 3/9 fine silver. If you flip it on over, we have the Native American profile with the word liberty, a beautiful piece of silver. Arguably my favorite generic silver round of all time, or privately minted silver round of all time. Big fan of the buffalo. I'm a big fan of the buffalo coins as well, by the way. The buffalo nickels from way back in the day, or even the gold buffalo that is still minted present day. I don't have one yet, but I'm on a mission. I will have a gold buffalo at some point during my life. That's a bucket list thing for me. A beautiful coin. Love everything about it. Over here we have a Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund round. It says Stand United up there at the top. It's just a Texas round. If we flip it over, you can see Houston Strong. A beautiful silver round. Shout out to all the Texans out there. Next one we have is a Hurricane Irma Relief Fund round. Stand United, once again, up there at the top. You can see the beach, you can see the palm tree, you can see the sun. A beautiful design right there. And of course, if we were to flip it over, check that out. Florida strong. Shout out to all the Floridians out there. Shout out to Florida Man that's on the news every day. And then, of course, we have a crowd favorite, a Sunshine Minting Silver Round. Big fan of these as well. Sunshine is one of my favorites when it comes to rounds or bars. I know I said before I like the Buffalo rounds, but guess what? We can actually intertwine this right here and the Buffalo because Sunshine has their version of the Buffalo. And the best thing about it is if you flip it on over, it has that Mint Mark SI security feature. Huge fan of these right here. And what's cool about the Sunshine Buffalo rounds is it is a Buffalo round, but it has the security feature on it as well. So it's everything in one, everything you could possibly ask for. Except it doesn't have an American flag on it, but that's all right. Then, of course, we have a piece dollar designed silver round, a 1985 silver round. A little bit tarnished, a little bit toned, a little bit discolored. I actually have a video coming out on Sunday that talks a little bit about toning and discoloration. We can flip it on over and check that out. Similar to that one over there. Scales of Justice. 1 troy ounce, 3/9 fine, silver. Beautiful round. And then, of course, this Scales of Justice round. I have it facing this way just because of how toned and discolored it is. This is one of my most tarnished pieces of silver, and I just personally love the way it looks. I think it gives it character. I think it makes it look really unique. I like that toning. But either way, the Scales of Justice on this end right here. And if we were to flip it over, check this out. It's an eagle carrying the flag. Absolutely beautiful. I love this design so much. I really want this side to be facing up in the videos, which I guess I can from time to time. But I like showing off how dark it is on this end, how toned, how tarnished it is. I don't know. It's just one of my favorite pieces, and it's one of my most discolored or most toned pieces of silver in my possession. But anyway, I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Were you aware of the 3 key dates that I talked about in this video? May 3rd, May 4th, and May 11th. Have you been paying close attention to any of those things? I want you to share some of your thoughts, some of your expectations for some of these dates and some of these events that are going to be taking place. And then, of course, when it comes to my stacking strategy, inflating how much silver, inflating how much gold, or potentially inflating how much you're investing on a monthly basis just by going off of the latest inflation report. If it says 7%, inflate the stack by 7%. If it says 3%, inflate it by 3%. That is how much you're stacking, that is. I want you guys to head on down in the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free, and every Saturday morning I post a brand new adventure vlog, and there are a ton of other perks as well. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 5 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. You can do this with any amount, by the way. If you deposit even as little as a penny, it still counts, it still works, you still get your 5 free stocks. But normally it's 2. They bumped that up to 5 until May 16th. You have less than 2 weeks, so capitalize on that while you can. If you refer 1 friend by May 11th, 1 week left, they're going to give you 10 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials. They reward their users for helping them build their app with them, and you can do this 10 times by May 11th. If you refer 10 friends, All you gotta do is click that little invite button and send it to 10 people that you know. It's quite literally that simple. They're gonna give you 10 free stocks each. That's 100 free random stocks. And of course, the latest monthly promo that they have going on, if you refer just 2 friends by the end of the month, Weeble's going to give you either a free share of Starbucks worth roughly $75, a free share of Apple worth roughly $155, or a free share of Google worth roughly $2,200. It's completely random. You get what you get and you don't get upset, but here's the thing, you win either way because you get something no matter what. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. Don't pass up on an opportunity. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. And then just sell them. And congratulations, now you have the cash to go get you some silver and gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know, once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? When it comes to the job openings report, which is coming out today, what are your thoughts on that right there? When it comes to the Federal Reserve meeting tomorrow to raise rates once again, what are your thoughts on that right there? And then, of course, when it comes to the upcoming inflation report that's going to let us know what went down and what went up in the month of April, what are your thoughts on that right there? And, of course, when it comes to my inflation strategy, whatever the inflation report says, whether it's 5%, 7%, 9%, inflate the stack or inflate how much you're stacking as a way of combating inflation. Fighting inflation with inflation when it comes to stacking or investing. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.